Good morning and welcome to America's Home Cooking. I hope you all had a great evening, okay? I am making a creamy corn farfalle salad. Now, farfalle is actually, in American term, is known as bow tie pasta, okay? Different names. Now, what I'm putting in mine, the water that I'm not using just plain water. I am going to be mixing it with potato water from cooking my potatoes. Yeah, why not? Dump it all in. It's not that much. And I am adding bone broth for flavor, for the minerals and all, to protect our joints. And I'll add water to this. I will not be adding salt to my water. I'll add it after it's done because I want to make sure that I can put it into my garden. If you add salt to it, you cannot pour it into the garden or the yard. It will kill your garden. So that little bit I put in here, I'm going to dilute. I thought I had pulled all my Jerusalem artichokes. I got over 50 coming up again, so it's evident I didn't get all of my Jerusalem artichokes. And because I didn't, I'll constantly have Jerusalem artichokes coming through, and I'll dehydrate them if I'm not going to eat them right away and grind them into powder. You don't need a lot of it. Oh, let's use this burner, because I got the front burner holding my book down. Okay, so I think that's pretty much what I have to cook. I'm not sure. We do have a lot of chopping and things to do, so let me get the rest of this stuff out. Okay, you're going to need 2 scallions. You want them chopped or sliced? Sliced thin. Oh, I'll probably get that book wet too. I get them all wet. I met a woman who didn't really cook at all. She had a whole wall of cookbooks. She didn't use them. She just read them. I just looked, and I was amazed. I went through her cookbooks. Because, let's see, we had gone to the chiropractor. He was using the first floor as his office. He only came in once a week. And so I looked through her cookbooks. She had some beautiful, she had historical cookbooks. She had all kinds of cookbooks in different areas. And I was just surprised, why didn't she use them? And she just liked to read and look at the pictures. Okay. All right. I mean, I was in heaven with reading those cookbooks. It's like reading crafting books. I get so excited about reading those too. Oh, I didn't get my red pepper flakes out yet. Okay, Now we're going to add lemon juice. I'll turn it down some more. I know, I gotta get my red pepper flakes. I don't know how I missed those. Oh, that's me. Okay, we need a half a teaspoon. If you're wondering why aren't I going shopping, I have too much food, which is a good thing. So I have enough to go another week before I have to do anything else. All right, so we put the scallions, the lemon juice, and the pepper flakes. Stir in the tomatoes. All right, we want 1 cup of oil-packed, sun-dried tomatoes, rinsed, petted dry, and coarsely chopped. Okay. That's right, they want us to rinse them, then petted dry. Look at it this way. Don't you want to come out? You're the last one in there. Okay, now they want us to pat them dry, and we're going to coarsely chop them. If I don't have a cup of that, I have another bottle that's chopped, so I just have to rinse those. I think it's an 8-ounce bottle. 8 ounces, yep. Do they know how much oil is on these things? Okay. Now we're going to see if we have a cup. And you want them chopped, coarsely chopped. Okay. Okay, one jar does it, really. All right. So if you buy an 8-ounce jar, you got it. I was only missing 2 out of the jar because I had to use it for something else. Everything's so greasy now. I just don't want the knife to slip in my hand. Okay. Okay, you need another bowl. We're going to put this on the side for now. Salt. We need salt and pepper. I'm going to assume they want black pepper. So I got all these other peppercorns to use. And then another bowl. They want 6 ounces of feta cheese crumbled. This is 12 ounces, so they want half of this. Just about. All right, that's half. All right, we also need 1/3 a cup of roasted pepitas, pepitas, pepitas. Oh, what the heck? I'll spell it. Pepitas. Yeah. I'll show you. That way I'll give you the name and you can copy it down. Okay? We need these, all right? And they want them roasted and unsalted. Because they say roast. Mine are already roasted, so I don't have to worry about it. They want 1/3 of a cup of these nuts. They're like pumpkin seeds, but they are not. And pumpkin seeds have a different flavor, so a slightly different. Make sure you get the right ones and you don't get pumpkin seeds. It's funny, as I went to the store and I asked them, do they carry these? And they said, what are they? And I said, well, I'm asking you. The recipe called for it. I don't know. I just know there's some sort of seeds. They had to look it up and come back and said, yes, we do. I said, okay, thank you. But they have to ask me, what is it? And I'm already having enough trouble trying to get them. Because it just said roasted pepitas. Anyway, that's all they said, so I didn't know what they were. I said, the recipe asked for them. Put them with that, with the feta cheese. Put it in the back. We'll get to it soon enough. Would you love the way I throw all this to the back? We don't need this anymore. All right. I'm trying to get a lot of things together before I move to the step that I have to do, which I really don't like doing, because I could cut my hand. You're saying, that's dangerous. Of course it is. All right. We did the salt, the scallions, the lemon juice, the red pepper flakes, the feta cheese, the nuts. Oh, fresh mint. We need 3 tablespoons of chopped fresh mint. Tablespoons. I was not happy with the way this mint was looking because it looked a little old. But this was all they had and I needed it, so I'll take what I can and make it work. I had mint growing out in the yard, and my son had a field day. He mowed it down. I asked him, why did you do that? He couldn't give me an answer. I even had a licorice plant too. He mowed that down too. That one he said I didn't see it. I said, how could you miss it? I cleaned the grass and everything around it. So I didn't see it. I have a peach tree that's been sick. And I have done what everyone's told me to repair it. So I've got one thing left to do. I'm going to do it my way this time. If it dies from it, it dies, but I'm trying not to kill it. Putting the pasta on. Now you're just going to cook it al dente. Now that, like I told you before, it's just to the point where it's done. It's still firm, but it's not crunchy. Okay. We're going to take care of the mint now. This little part is so full of mint flavor. Those are the new leaves coming out. I love that part. I should make some mint tea today. Ginger mint would be nice. It's okay. If you ever watch chefs cook, they're never exact. Never. Maybe if they're making a cake or something, they have to have it down perfect with the weights and all, but other dishes, they just sort of estimate. Everything I know when I chop this up. Be nice. You want it sliced or minced? Chopped. Okay. Put this with the nuts and the cheese. You'll see why I'm clearing everything up in a bit. Keep an eye on your pasta. So al dente means you cook it just to that point where it's firm but it's not crunchy. And you will know when you hit that point. Alright, what's the butter for? I am just trying to read where the butter's coming in. Yeah, we're going to need some butter. Okay, we are going to need 4 tablespoons of unsalted butter and 4 tablespoons. And we're going to melt it. Oh yeah, I'm going to do one nasty that you're not supposed to. You didn't see me, that's all right. You didn't have to see that. Let me steal some flame from this one. Come on, cookbook. I need to get here. I'm going to burn my fingers. Melt your butter. Alright, now what do you want? Some of this instructions is not making any sense, and I'm still trying to figure some of this out. So I'm not sure about it. Just one part that's just driving me crazy, and I just can't figure out what they want. Like I told you, sometimes you have a recipe, you leave a step out, or they're vague about it, and they sort of just leave you in the lurch trying to figure it out. Now you're going to be, oh God, I'm going to be a container that just can't go in here. They have me sorting trash out, so I can't do certain things in the kitchen. This is called shucking corn for you city folks. It is a pretty corn. I won't have enough to get into the compost. That's got to cook a little longer. What do you want, Taffy? You don't eat corn and you're not getting the shrimp today. I'll rinse them after. You're going to need 7 ears of corn. For this recipe. How do you want to know if you have a good ear of corn? This is how you do it. You look up here. See that? If you see them plump at the top here, you're doing very well. Some people buy it, and the top has undeveloped kernels. You know it's not done yet. Listen, corn, I've got to get over to the pasta. And some corn doesn't want to let you go of their coating. It's just going to hold on. So no, I don't want to come out yet. There's one part that's still hard on the pasta, so I'm waiting for. Oh, come on, corn. I've never seen that like this. And I have shucked a lot of corn. store, I check the corn. I just open a little bit on the top here and close it back up. I see a lot of people shuck it all the way down and then just throw it back in, and nobody wants the corn like that. Okay. You can get this angel hair off of it. That's what it's called, glitter. The Indians would use that and stuff to make dolls for their little girls. Pasta is done. I'm just going to strain it. I want you to put the pasta to the side to cool while we work with the corn. I just have to get it out, that's all. I'm not going to strain it over the sink because it'll go down the drain, and I want the leftover broth and water to go out into the yard to feed my plants. I know you're waiting for me. And some of you don't have the patience, and you get frustrated. I hate walking back and forth, turning the phone off while I'm working and trying to get other stuff done. time I think I'm done, there's more coming up. Okay. So take your pasta, put it to the side. I know we're putting everything to the side. This is the part I don't want to do because the instructions are not real clear here. If your butter's melted, turn it off and put it to the side. I've got so much put to the side. It's just this one whole paragraph I am not happy with, the way they're giving me the instructions to do this. It's what they're saying and what they want is almost a contradiction. Now I know how to do a lot of this, but it's this other part that's not making any sense to me that's driving me bonkers at this point. So I'm going to read it again. See, here's what it reads. Stand 1 reserve corn cob on cutting board and firmly scrape down with the back of the butter knife to remove any pulp remaining on the cob. I haven't taken anything off yet. Okay, then it says repeat with the remaining reserved cobs. Then transfer the pulp to the blender along with 3½ cups of the corn kernels. This, be careful with. Maybe I should use a smaller knife so I don't cut myself anyway. That's why I got a big cutting board. I'm assuming they want me to scrape this after. That's what I think they want me to do, but we'll find out in time. So you're going to do 7 of those. Okay. Let me get a bowl to put this in because I don't have a lot all over this cutting board. Scrape that, I'll scrape that. I think that's what they want me to do. See, I told you, some instructions aren't real clear. So you have to sort of figure out, this is why it's important that you know about cooking, or you get stuck with, you can only make a few dishes, and you have to buy everything instant because you don't know. And with the way they're adding things to the food that we have, and you want to protect your family as much as possible. Okay. Oh, there I go, messing my book up again. Don't you know it? Okay, I'm going to do what they say next. I don't know how this is going to come out, but now you want you want the back of a butter knife to remove any pulp remaining on the cob. Okay. Okay. They want us to use the back of the butter knife and scrape off whatever we can get. I'd almost call that the milk of the corn. Okay. Now you know what they used to do? Collect this until they get a bunch of it, and they cook this in water. They cover them with water and they cook them and cook them and cook them and cook them. And then what they do is they reduce it, and you get corn syrup. At least I can see why they want you to use a butter knife. because you got the blade up here and you're using the back of a butter knife. And you use a sharp knife, you'd end up cutting your fingers. So the whole kernel is really used. So see all the skills that we've lost? We've lost a ton of skills. All that pulp we're getting. Now, if you use frozen corn, you can't get this part. And this part would go excellent with creamed corn, because you get all that beautiful flavor. My arm's getting tired. You're going to have to press to get this out. You can't go light, so you're really pressing quite hard. Didn't leave much on this one. Okay. You're going to need your blender at this point. Will I make corn syrup someday? Yeah, I'm going to try. Sooner or later, I am going to try making it. I wonder if dark corn syrup is when it starts to caramelize. You know, I'm thinking about it. Well, not today. Okay, we're going to need some hot water. Sandra, you have the kettle. Why don't you use the kettle? Oh, I don't know. I didn't think about it. just getting my blender out. Some other recipes I want to make, but I can't make them because I can't find the ingredients, which is extremely frustrating. Okay, now what do you want me to do? Okay. We're going to take this pulp here that we just did, and we are going to put it in the blender. You see this? Put it in your blender. You know what? I am really running out of room here. I'm going to have to turn you because I'm running out of room here. Everything's going to be pretty much put together very shortly. So I'll just do what I have. You have to add 3.5 cups of corn in there, kernels. That's 1/2 cup. Here's 1, 2, 3, 3.5 cups. Do you want anything else added to this to get this thing to work? Okay. Well, my kernels and stuff are not doing what they want them to do. They said pulp it and add, what, 1/4 cup of water? Hot water, they say. And 4 tablespoons of melted butter. So I got the measuring cup with 1/4 cup of water. I'm going to add the butter that we melted, which is another 1/4 cup. And they say that this will just blend up. Yeah, right. Let's see if we can get this going. Okay. Pulse till smooth. Okay, it's not going anymore. That did not work. I'm gonna have to check this after. They want this until smooth. Okay, I don't know. Might be broken. Couldn't handle what they said. Let me get the food processor out. I don't know what kind of blender they use. My blender does not take it. That's why they said blend all the kernels in that first before you do anything. Before you add the water. I added the water and butter. I'll be right back. Let me get the rest of my parts. Okay, I'm moving it to the food processor. Well, whatever. That's as creamy as it's going to get. Okay, they want salt? Yeah, I'll add salt now. And blend it up again. They say for 3 minutes. So that's it. Gee, you might have seen me break my blender. Oh my goodness. We're going to strain this now. They want you to push this through as much as you can to get as much liquid as you can. I'm going to continue pushing this through as much as I can. Okay, I pushed through as much as I could through the strainer. Now you're going to add it to your pasta. You're going to mix it and let this completely cool for about 30 minutes. And then I'll be back and we'll continue with this recipe. I'm just mixing it thoroughly right now. So I'll see you in 30 minutes. Okay, it's been 30 minutes. The rest of the kernels here, dump them in. I rushed to get everything cleaned up. And the scallions, the tomatoes, the lemon juice, and all, you put in here as well. All right, you're going to add salt and pepper to this, to your taste. I can't tell you how much to add, so just add it according to your taste. And we're using the black peppercorns this time. Though I wanted to add the green ones for a little bit of heat. You know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to add a little bit like this, because there's a lot of salad there. I have black peppers and green peppers. I'm trying to crack the peppercorns right now, then I'll grate them. By grater, I mean grind them. I didn't add a lot of the green, but it just give a little bit of warmth to this. Just to be different. I am just being a mess today. Just give me a minute. Hey. Oh yeah, I knew you guys would come running. It's food. Now you're going to have to test this before we add the rest. See if you have enough salt in it, see if you have enough pepper in it before we move further. So make sure you mix it really well, and then you can sit there and adjust it accordingly. There's a little bit of heat with the peppercorn, not enough that I would be upset with it. All right. Have the cheese, the seeds, the mint. Stir it around, and that's it. This is the salad. They do want the feta cheese to be crumbly. They do stress that a lot in the recipe. I like that little bit of heat to go with the cheese. Isn't that nice? Okay, the only thing left is, clean the bowl up, and that's it. And this is another salad you could take to a picnic, or if you're grilling outside, this is really, really nice right here. You have another salad. Now, if you want to dress it up, you can get some lettuce, sort of tear it up chunky. Hold on 1 minute. Lay a bed and have it come somewhat on the edges so you could see the greenery, and put this in it. That would dress it up very nice for a barbecue, a grill, a picnic, or whatever. So listen, I want you to take care and have a great day today. Bye-bye.